Wait on it to pop up. Bill King's Fantasy Football League, Season 3 of the show, Week 3 of the 2024 season. What's up, everybody? What's going on? How you doing? We are joined by Fireman Rich, the Morning Coffee and Rumble, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 0600 in the morning. Rich, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic, Tony, and good morning, Michael. Doing great this weekend. Having a good weekend. We got a third week. We got some good football going today. Good lineups.
Absolutely. Also joined by Michael Bathurst. He's all over the place like I am. Mike, what's going on? How you doing?
Glad to be here. Glad to see you're in a better mood this week. We're going to start it off right.
That's true. That's a good point, Michael.
Better mood.
Oh, my God. I'm awake. I'm not
We
hurting.
had good results, though, last week.
Yeah, we did. We had excellent results. Checking all the connections, make sure everything's good. You guys got your channels connected?
Yeah, my channels are on. Can you put our names up? Is that possible?
It should be able to come up. I don't know why it's not.
Okay, Don't worry about it. Next time.
Yeah, on this, I don't know why it hasn't popped. I don't worry about it. Okay, all good. Make sure everybody's up. Got the Facebook on public.
Yeah, I got you on the YouTube and Twitch.
And I'm on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X.
Yep. Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn and everybody. Okay, good. We're good. I'm going to get this rolling, so we're going to go ahead and knock this out the park real quick before the rants start to ranting, because we do tend to do that, even though they've been kick ass. I ain't going to lie. I appreciate y'all. I just want to get this out the way that we can do everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, Week 3, 2024 season, start 'em and sit 'ems with the quarterbacks. We are going to start off with starting Joe Burrow over the Commanders. I got no debate. Anybody?
No.
I feel bad for him. He's finally healthy. And, he had that one bad call, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys watched the game, but it all came down to a field goal, and it was kind of a cheap call where the ball actually hit the guy in the helmet. And again, they're saying, Mahomes has got Mahomes luck because he's getting these calls in, the late portions of the game. And usually they're pretty tolerant if it's near the end of the game. And this is a pattern if you look at it. But yes, they got nobody else to start at his level. I still think he's second best.
Gotcha. I got nothing against him. I don't see why you wouldn't, quite frankly. And that's just me. Rich, you good with him too, right?
Oh, yeah, Joe Burrows, yes, he's solid as far as that goes.
Gotcha.
And T. Higgins is back too, bud. T. Higgins is back.
Yes, yeah. T. Higgins is back. Well, that's a plus.
Yeah.
That's a definite plus.
That's a huge plus.
Ted
Hicks.
Good morning, Thammer. Good morning, Thammer. Riyadh, this Kingdom, Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Thammer.
Start Brock Purdy with the Rams. You have to, but the 49ers got problems this week. I'm not going to lie.
In what way?
Ted, what's going on? I appreciate you coming through. The link is up there, bro, on your Twitter group chat. The 49ers, Christian McCaffrey's hurt. Kittle's hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. Samuel's hurt. 3 of their key players are hurt. It's not good for the team right now, in my opinion. Keeping it quick, I think they're in trouble this week. Personally, I do think they're in trouble this week, just for the record.
Yeah.
I personally don't think they are, because as beat up as they are, the LA Rams are worse.
Yeah, no Puka Nacua and no Cooper Kupp. This may be a low-scoring game, quite frankly.
And there's a lot of defensive players that are hurt as well. It's awful right now. It has been so physical this year, the play, and I've never seen so many key players within 2 games hurt to the level that they are this year across the league.
And San Francisco is favored by 7.5 for the game.
I got you, Ted. No problem. I got you. San Francisco's favorite. I don't know how, why. That's going to be an interesting game.
7.5, that's a good chunk, so they might be less injured and stuff, I guess. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield, recommend starting him over the Broncos. No debate from me at all. None whatsoever.
Do you guys know of anybody who was cheering for Baker Mayfield maybe last year? Do you know anybody?
Only you.
Yeah.
Start Jared Goff against the Cardinals. Now, this game may be interesting. I'm not going to lie. The Cardinals are showing us something. They're starting off the season pretty good. They really are.
You're on to something, buddy. They're good.
They're
Yeah.
starting off the season, but I think that comes from everybody being healthy, especially the quarterback. The Lions, I'm still looking for them to make it to the NFC Championship game, but things are looking a little crazy for them. This game is going to be a challenge for not only fantasy football players, but for wagerers as well. Sunday Night Smoke podcast and how Smoke was good.
Hey, Smoke.
Smoke was good.
Smoke
If you're
on the
available, bro, the link is
water.
in the league chat. I know you're probably busy, and I see Ted's already busy, but appreciate y'all popping up, coming through. They say start Derek Carr against the Eagles. You have to.
Oh,
You
he's
have
the
to.
best
You have
quarterback in the league right now.
Right
You-
now, yeah. Oh, wow.
Right now, statistically, the best quarterback in the league right now.
And they are statistically one of the best teams in the NFL right now
Yeah.
as well. You have to start Derek Carr against the Eagles. You got to start everybody on both sides, hands down. I'm not even going to play with it. Quarterbacks, they recommend to sit. Dak Prescott of the Cowboys against the Ravens.
This is the biggest game, buddy.
You're kind of right, because Dallas getting their butts kicked by New Orleans has lost them a lot of credibility.
Yeah.
But the Ravens are 0-2 as well. This is a do or die game for both of them, in my opinion.
But do you know they have the most offense of any team in the first two games and yet didn't win?
Yeah.
They have the highest stats.
Yeah.
How
Both these
wacko is
teams-
that? How
both
wacko is
teams
that?
do. Both teams do. Both teams got high power
And-
offenses.
And the fact that this is a divisional game, too, makes it that much more significant.
Because we're on time today, we can stretch a little bit.
I'm not
Dak-
stretching too much. Get to the point. I'm not stretching too
Okay.
much. Get to the point.
Okay. Dak got a beautiful video from Aaron Rodgers talking about all the skill sets that he has and how impressed he is with Dak Prescott. And he is an undervalued asset, and went through all the things that he does that most quarterbacks don't do. And you would have to be at a high level to understand educationally to know the subtleties that he does. It's kind of like what I do in this broadcast. Go ahead.
Okay. Justin Herbert of the Chargers against the Steelers. Sit him. Isn't he coming off an injury?
Yes.
He was slightly injured, yeah. He a calf problem or something like that, but it wasn't a major to keep him out. Pittsburgh's favorite on this game, 2 points.
Pittsburgh is actually going to probably be the team this year. They're going to be one of those teams this year. They're feeling good with what they have. They look like they're comfortable football-wise. I can't argue this one too much. I can't. I really can't. Matthew Stafford. Sit Matthew Stafford against the 49ers?
No.
I wouldn't. But we also got to remember, no Puka Nacua, no Cooper Cup. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
but because San Fran is so injured, he could go off and have a 300-yard day and still lose.
Yeah, but I think San Francisco defense is fine. The offense is the issue. Once again,
They have a lot of other players that are pretty good that can step
I
up.
100% agree with you. I
And
really do, because they got a team. Yes, they do. The Rams are hurting as well.
this isn't in the bag. And I've said this at the beginning of the year that San Fran's going to have a rough time, just like the Chiefs did last year. They don't look the same to me. What do you think, guys?
I think they're still strong. I think that question there that you just said, Michael, for me, I got to wait right around week 5 and 6.
Okay, that's
As
fair.
far as it goes, because it's still too early. There's some things being said, even with our quarterback there with the Jets, Aaron Rodgers, and stuff like that. That
Mhm.
it's you got to have him play at least 4 games before you can really look at the teams. San Francisco still seems strong. Rams, I don't know. They seem like they were strong. Now they're not. They're doing that a couple seasons back. They did that. They won 1 game. They lost 2. Then they won a couple. They lost every other one. And it's a wait. I got to wait till like 4 and 5, because some of these quarterbacks, I think these are all in the top 10, top 15 quarterbacks that we're looking at right now. And they're talking about you got. I think it is just like if it's Sidham, if the connection with the receivers isn't there, then probably you might want to go with a different quarterback that has a different receiver set. But
I think that's dangerous. But what do you think, big guy?
I wouldn't. because of this 49ers injuries, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Um,
See, we're
it's
on the
like
same
the Rams,
page. Call somebody.
yeah, the Rams are hurting too. So Trevor Lawrence, the yeah, I gotta sit him. I ain't
Huge,
even, yeah, I gotta sit.
huge,
I gotta sit.
huge game here, by the
I
way.
have to sit Trevor Lawrence against the Bills. I would have to.
Do you guys know that Trevor Lawrence has had the ability to beat the Bills a lot?
Yes,
Yeah,
he still
yeah,
does, but he just can't. He still does. He just can't right now. And the Bills, I'm still not sleeping on the Bills.
no. Trevor Lawrence, he's the only one in his draft class as far as quarterbacks is still playing. All the other ones are either a backup or not even playing anymore.
Exactly. So he's still starting, is what you mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's still starting. I got no debate on this one.
I like this here. Did you see what Sunday Smoke said up here in the old comment?
Yes,
Yes.
I did. Sadie, good morning, lady. Thank you for coming through. They say sit Aaron Rodgers against the Patriots, which I would not have done, and the Jets beat the devil out of them the other night.
And that's because the Patriots are so.
Nazim is in the house.
Hey, Nazim! Oh my God!
What's up, Nazim? Holy smokes! Yeah, that's the
From
morning
the
motivation
ashes, he
right there.
rose again. There
We
you go.
gonna get this
Buongiorno,
rolling.
buongiorno.
We're gonna get this rolling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are your stardom and sit
One big
recommendations
meatball.
for week 3 of the 2024 season in accordance with NFL.com. Quarterback wise, let me narrow this down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
There are hang on, Nazim, I'm gonna get you. There are players that are hurting on a lot of teams. A lot of the superstars are hurt on a lot of teams, which is going to mess up a lot of these recommendations. Or you may not understand why they got certain players not to be played this week based on the injuries of their team. Just so everybody knows, if they don't want you to start a quarterback, it's probably called the number one receiver or the number one running back is hurt, if not both, and or as well the tight end. I use the 49ers as an example. CMC is down, Debo Samuel is down, Kittle is down. 3 of the top players on that team. It's one of the reasons why they may have a problem against Brock Purdy. You'll see what I'm saying as we go along. Nazim, I'm gonna get you. Give me 1 second, please. And no, we're not going to bring Tua up. Don't. Nah. Running back. Start them and sit them in the corners of NFL.com. Week 3 of the 2024 season. We are going to see what they have. They say start Jordan Mason of the 49ers against the Rams. I have no debate. We just talked about that. I have no debate.
He's been on fire.
I have no debate against that one.
Yeah.
Rich.
No debate. No.
Good,
San Francisco.
good.
No.
Wait a minute. Let me put this
We haven't even missed McCaffrey.
Yes, I have.
Well, no, but statistically, this guy's done phenomenal.
On a fantasy football, he's probably missed because of the points they can bring.
Oh yeah, all the people that picked him are probably quite pissed. Yeah. I agree.
Oh yeah. That was that's still on that list.
I'm trying to get the link in the chat. I'm gonna keep it rolling, gentlemen. 49ers Jordan Mason, you have to start him. He had a show. He showed off last week, and people want him as a backup. You got to take him. Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots against the Jets. I would have because of their the offense itself, and he's one of the better players that always gets recommended. I don't see why you wouldn't, honestly.
Oh, he's been great.
I cannot throw this thing. Nazim, I'm gonna inbox it to you because this thing's acting up on me. Rich, your thoughts?
I don't know. Patriots. I thought they were going to go somewhere after they won against the Titans, and but I think if I had this guy on fantasy, he would be a backup. I wouldn't. Any from the Patriots, I would have as a secondary backup for a bye week or something like that. I wouldn't have started this guy, even against the Jets. The Jets, I think their defense played pretty decent last Thursday and stuff, but I think I don't know if I'd have anybody if I was fantasy football from Carolina or Patriots right now. You
know that the Jets were on the field offensively for 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, they scored every quarter. Yes, yeah,
and which means that the Patriots were exhausted because they spent 40 minutes defensively.
Yes, it's a fair assessment. I agree.
Yep.
I agree with that. I really would have started him regardless. I would have because he's one of the better players on the team to start if you drafted anybody. And he's probably a running back you picked up during the draft. I would have started him. Brian Robinson of the Commanders against the Bengals. You have to start him. I think he had a good week last week. Somebody check me on that.
He's big. He's a big guy. He's I like him. He's a playmaker. He's a physical force. He's really good.
Yes,
And they don't have a lot.
they
That's
don't.
He had 13 points last week. He's projected to get 9, 10 points.
But
He's solid as far as he's up there.
you notice the points are down though, guys, from years past.
Oh
Like,
yeah, all the games are close. Yes, good
you know
point,
what?
Mike.
Like the fantasy points. So you can't base it on the numbers from last year because the games are not the same. We're not having these 75-13.
Well, his first game. Wait a minute. Yeah, his first game, week 1 was 14, week 2 was 13. He's projected at 10 right now, so he's staying within that. But like you said, that he's scoring more points fantasy football wise than the scores that we're seeing being played in the
Now,
NFL.
then check your inbox, bro. I say start him, even against the Bengals. And I had high hopes for the Bengals. I will still start him. Zach Charbonnet of the
He's
Seahawks.
good. He's very
Yes,
good.
he is good. Yes, he is good. The Seahawks are a problem. I said this at the beginning of the season. They are going to be a problem in the NFC. They are going to be a problem in the NFC. They're looking good. They're rolling pretty good. I've got nothing against them. The Dolphins do not have Tua. I don't know about that backup quarterback yet. I've got nothing for the Dolphins right now, honestly. Two of the
Kenneth with Kenneth Walker being out, he's going to get a majority of the snaps. So he is a
Exactly.
very good idea to have if you can have him in your arsenal. Do it this week.
You need to have him. I agree. Zamir White of the Raiders. We talked about him before against Carolina. I mean, seriously, you have to start him. You got to start everybody on the Raiders.
Given the
Start
team.
everybody on the Raiders against Carolina. Carolina's not looking good. It's killing me. It really is killing me. And
Why
now
is it killing you, bud? Why is it
because I
killing
like the Panthers. I like the Panthers. I've been watching them
Yeah.
since day one. I like the Panthers. There are talks about trading Bryce Young, but the owner's not trying to give him up. People still have faith in him, but teams are interested in picking him up. He may just need to get up out of that system just for his own career's sake.
You imagine if Carolina had kept Sam Darnold and kept Baker Mayfield and never traded.
If they'd have
those
kept
two.
Cam Newton and Steve Smith, they'd be better off.
Right, but they're older. Like we're talking
Cam
players that
wasn't.
are current.
Cam
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. You want Cam to come back?
Now, no.
No, that's what I'm
Until let him
saying. I
go.
mean, if you had never had those guys leave, and you
Right
had
now,
never had,
I don't know if Sam would have done good because he didn't do too well down there.
yeah, and Christian McCaffrey was also on that team.
That was the mind blower. Besides Cam Newton, you're gonna get rid of Steve Smith, then Cam Newton, then Christian McCaffrey. You're
Yeah.
trying to tear that team apart.
But every time they
Exactly
do
what happened.
something right, they shoot themselves in the foot, buddy. That's what
They
they
did,
do.
but they ain't done nothing right. That's been my point. Carolina was fine with Cam. They were playoff bound. They was damn near championship bound with Steve Smith. And Lord knows they could have been better off than where they were right now with Christian McCaffrey. But they left and they got traded for a reason. I don't know why, but this looks like trash right now.
Did you know that Cam was at the Miami Dolphins
He ain't coming on the field.
practice?
Yeah,
No. He was just visiting.
Yeah, the rumor was he was down there. So
He
missing-
wasn't going to play.
He's
He was-
just
Hang
He
on.
just he's in the area and stuff.
Sit him.
oh,
They're the
you're,
running backs to sit for the week. Najee Harris. They are always trying to sit Najee Harris. Najee Harris is running
he
back.
was great last couple
He
of weeks.
plays fine. He's got to get the ball enough. He's going up against the Chargers. I wouldn't sit him. I'm very hard headed. I would start him on my roster. Matter of fact,
His matchup out of 5 stars is 4 out of 5 stars, and he's going to be projected 10 points. And I agree with Michael. I wouldn't sit him.
No, but
Yeah.
here's the thing. Last year, who was harping on this?
Me,
Right. And who was making fun of you?
you.
Me. And unlike you, I'm saying you were right. So if you can maybe learn from this lesson,
I told you, were right. And that's in this season alone. I told you it was right twice. Go back and watch the replay. It's on video.
you still give me shit about Baker.
You give
And
me
every
shit for
week,
everything up here.
Baker's your boy.
You
All
give me
this other
shit now. Start him against the Chargers. DeAndre Swift of the Bears, I would still start him against the Colts. Let me tell you something. I like DeAndre Swift as a running back.
Oh,
He's football fine. All he has to do is get the ball, period. That in the story. That's the only way he's going to get his numbers.
he's a good human being too, if that
Yes,
means anything.
That is
I
a
like
decent
him.
dude. The Colts are 0-2. We don't understand. They should be better, but it is early in the season. It's only week 3. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get crazy. Pick your players. Stick with your players. If they're not injured, you might want to keep them because they're probably going to get the ball based on the injuries of everybody else, and everybody spreading the ball amongst everybody, and the talent spread out all the NFL. Understand what's going on. Let's keep it going. Javonte Williams of the Broncos. against the Bucks, I would start him because he has been recommended as a running back on fantasy football rosters that I've seen and recommendations in different leagues on all the branches. Honestly, even though it is the Bucks, and I expect the Bucks to do more, ladies and gentlemen. We are now joined by Nazim is in the house. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey guys, long time no see.
I know. Listen, I'm going to be rolling pretty quick, Nazim. This is fantasy
Okay.
football talk more than just regular football talk. I want to run through the recommendations of the positions, and then they have a little round table afterwards. Nothing against you, but if I seem like I'm rolling, that's the only reason. Understood?
Go with it.
Got it?
We love you, man.
He's slow on the response. And for the love of God, for people that don't know, I'm glad he's got a shirt on. Let's keep it going. Devin Singletary of the Giants at the Browns. You pretty much going to have.
Nazim, do you have any artwork you want to show
Damn
us?
it, Mike. Stay on topic. I wouldn't start anybody on the Giants right now. I wouldn't.
No, that would be that's. I agree, Tony. That they're in the same category as Patriots and
Thursday night they're losing.
Oh, these are the sit-ems. My apologies.
yeah, this is a set 'em. I would set him. I would set him.
I would start Javonte Williams instead of sitting him. Devin Singletary, I've got no problem sitting him because I'll have nothing for that team. But if he's one of the better players on the team, I would start him even against the Browns. I really would because
He's been struggling a little bit, like that team.
Yeah.
They have one bright star. They're rookie. So
I mean a little bit, yeah, but
they played pretty good last game. You have to admit that wasn't totally embarrassing. That was they were in the
fine, they're just not winning, and that's every football team. They play fine, they're just not winning.
Well, the Ravens lost too. Come on, right?
Sit Jerome Ford of the Browns against the Giants.
No way.
No. So a lot more than he and Fournette played the same amount of snaps, but it was Foreman who saw more work on the ground. He had 14 carries for 736 yard run.
He's 5 stars out of 5 stars on fantasy.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Okay.
Giants, I would.
That's like saying we don't invite you to your own show. Like it's not good.
Well, nobody else is going to start it but me, so it's just that simple.
Feel the love.
They say sit him. The fellas say start him, and he's a beast. Ladies and gentlemen, make your own call on that. I appreciate both sides of the feedback, which a lot of people don't do. And they had discussions, and we're going to keep it going. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your running back recommendations for week 3 of the 2024 season across NFL.com. Nazim, wide receivers, start them and sit them for the week. I don't know if you've been keeping up with football, but these are recommendations for the positions.
I'm very disappointed.
For the NFL.com site, which is where the league has been based off of. They say start Chris Godwin of the Bucks against the Broncos. Absolutely. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 2 of the best wide receivers in the NFL over the past decade as a tandem for the same team. These 2, as well as Metcalf and Lockett for the Seahawks, that is a great core. And now both of them have decent quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield can make it happen for the Bucks. Geno Smith is making it happen up there in Seattle. I'm actually still happy for Geno Smith. He's made a serious resurgence in the NFL. Chris Godwin and oh shit. Good one, Smoke. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans or your 2 wide receivers. Mind you, they were both good when Jameis Winston was drafted there. And that was one of the biggest reasons why I drafted Jameis Winston, because of the wide receivers that he had, and he came from Florida State. They should have went to the Super Bowl that year. I'm sticking to it. I don't care how crazy I look. I know it's over and I look ridiculous, but that
Rich,
was feeling.
Yeah.
How many points did Chris Godwin have last week?
Chris Godwin, last week he had for week
2.
Let me see. Hang on. Week
Week 1 on fire, I thought.
Week 1 he had 12, 13.
Yeah, that's good.
But week 2 he went down to 6 points. He's projected for 10. The thing is, he has 5 stars out of 5 stars on the projection. So that's telling me I would start this guy.
I love Nazim. He's talking in the background. Okay, see, he's working it. He's working it.
Right, he's doing fine.
Now, can I just use the analogy you did there? No, just for a sec.
No, you've held
you and Nazim are like the bookends of Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. You know, it's not been the same.
Of the Lions against the Cardinals, you have to. Ladies Ladies and
No,
gentlemen, you have to.
Tony, real quick, I made a mistake. He had 17 points, so he rocked it last week. I
Thank
was
you.
Sorry about that.
I appreciate that, Mike.
Rich, whatever you're on, I want double. Thank you.
No, you don't. Jameson Williams showed out a couple of weeks ago. If you don't have him on your roster, go get him. I doubt if he's even available in anybody's leagues. I'm quite sure people picked him up in the beginning, if not damn sure after last week against the Cardinals. Once again, this is going to be a good game, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all might want to keep your eyes on this one. Brandon Ayuk of the 49ers against the Rams. Brandon Ayuk damn near has the whole offense to himself.
Yeah, but he's been rusty, man.
He got his contract negotiation to go through.
He's been rusty. He's not
The
himself.
only problem he's going to have this week is he'll probably be double teamed the whole game.
Oh, triple team. What are you talking about? They're going to be all over him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're going to be all over, and it's going to be an ugly, ugly game. DK Metcalf with the Seahawks against Dolphins, he will show out. He will show out. He did good for me last week, points-wise, as a wide receiver. If you don't have him, I'm sorry for you because you're not going to get him at all this season. Jackson Smith-Jigba versus the Dolphins, another one. He's going to come through as well. I think a lot of those Seahawks players are going to be in double digits on the offense. Tina, good morning. How you doing, man? Thank you for coming through.
They're a great team this year.
Yeah. I think
Nazim, what's your favorite team right now? I'm just curious.
I'm as much as everybody got excited about the Jets. Having lived in New York, I've always been a Giants fan, so I got to be quiet. So I got the worst picks of the year is the Dolphins and the Giants. I seriously think San Francisco might look good this year. I've always my rooting for San Francisco in the end, but man, Mahone and team. After last year's Super Bowl, there's no way stopping these people.
You're right. You're actually correct.
Well said.
You're actually correct. Start Jackson Smith-Jigba versus the Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. George Pickens of the Steelers at the Chargers.
He's good. He's their best asset, as far as I'm concerned.
Good call.
He is. Any team would be very happy to have him.
So him and Justin Fields are building the chemistry as I read the narrative. All right, go with it. I got no debate on that. That's it. Siddums. Oh God. Sit Amari Cooper. That does hurt. I'm reading the narrative.
You guys bring up the lines yet, Detroit?
Not yet. Hold on to that thought, Nazim. Hold on to that. Now I'm gonna get to that when you finish. Amari Cooper used to be one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He was also drafted out of Alabama. I've had my eyes on him. His career has not been the best since he joined the Raiders.
He got 1 point last week. 1 point.
Yeah.
He got one.
But he's been in the league 6 years, guys.
Yeah, but he's not getting the ball like he used to. Plus, he had previous injuries. And the injuries I have to acknowledge. He had previous injuries because he was a stud. He was a stud wide receiver on the field. He was. The injuries are getting the best of him. Now he's in a crazy system. Even though the Browns should be doing better, that system's not working out. We just got to admit it. And even against the Giants, Jesus. I don't know. Michael Pittman. Oh God. Sit Michael Pittman of the Colts against the Bears.
He was showing signs of wear and tear last year. Like he was hurt a lot.
He's another one, 3 points and then 2 points, first and second week.
Yeah, but he's older too, isn't he? As football players go, I'm not talking about people in the room in this.
I got you. With Anthony Richardson struggling based on the narrative that's on the screen, I think I see why they're saying it even against the Bears. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, but the Bears are beast on defense, man. They don't give up a lot of points.
Without question. I've always said that without question. Sit Terry McLaurin of the Commanders versus the Bengals.
I would.
You know what? Based on the Commanders, I wouldn't right now.
No way.
I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't. This is probably based on numbers, but for some reason, now the Bengals are high powered, even though they're 0-2.
So is that a gut feeling? Like, are you channeling the Palladian star system? Like, what's going on there?
I've never been there, number one. Number two, the Commanders don't have much of a reputation against the Bengals, but I think this will be a low-scoring game. I think I'm going to call that a low-scoring game.
I think with the Terry there, he only had respectfully 1.7 and then 2.2 in the first two games.
Yes, that's why
he's not getting the ball that much. It comes down to that.
Exactly. That's the whole
Cincinnati,
point.
Though, is known for giving up yardage. And, the other team that's horrible this year, believe it or not, is Philly. Philly has been they're like something like 7 yards a play. Like on the run? That's ridiculous.
No, that's
They're
not
off.
bad at all.
They're off. They're off to a bad start. Yeah.
7 yards of run is actually fine in my book.
Well,
Giving up 7 yards for each play is
Oh,
not good.
giving up 7 yards. I thought you meant that was gaining 7 yards.
Yes.
No,
You
giving
must
up,
be still in the Palladian star system.
No, that's you.
channeling.
That's
Okay,
why
go
the
ahead.
signal's low.
Okay.
Christian Kirk of the Jaguars sitting him against the Bills. I hate to say this, but I almost have to agree.
Bills look good, man.
The Bills
Yeah.
look good, but the Jacksonville Jaguars aren't looking the best.
he had negative 0.1 points
Naz-
yesterday. So
Nazim, why? I want to hear Nazim. We haven't heard any
Well,
Nazim.
the games I've watched, Allen's moving all over the place. I mean, if he stays healthy, that's the only if.
Sit Jaden Reed of the Packers against the Titans. You know what? I wouldn't do this. And Rich, I didn't mean to cut you off. I do apologize.
go. You're good.
Jaden Reed of the Packers, I would not sit because last week we didn't know what was going to happen with Malik Willis, and he did good. So right now, I would keep a little bit more. I would keep the original focus on the Packers. Even
Ooh,
without
this
Jordan.
guy had 29 points in the first week, but he only had 4.
Who's favored in this game, guys?
Probably Green Bay.
Yeah.
Titans are 0-2. Probably Green Bay this week.
Yeah.
I think it's the Titans, actually.
I've got it right here.
What is
Titans by 3.
That's what I thought.
Really?
Yeah. Well, if you think it, unfortunately, you still don't have Jordan Love.
But Malik Willis did good last week. He did real good.
Right. But the Titans are a good team. Like
They are a good team. Even though they're 0-2, they're a good team. I agree.
They barely lost in most of their games.
There you go. That's the
and
fact.
We're gonna see a lot of this. And there's a guy in this room with the green shirt. I think his name's Tony something. Tony D is always like the Titans. And I used to think he smoked those big round things that have the wacky weed in there. Do you know what that is by any chance?
Sounds like what you've been on. And I'm not wearing the green shirt. It's black. Let me keep going.
At least you're wearing a shirt. That's good.
Recommendations for week 3 of the 2024 season, of course, NFL.com. Because this joke over here, boy. Tight ends. We're almost done, gentlemen. Tight end positions, recommendations for week 3.
You say that very weird, but go ahead.
You're very weird. And I keep going. Start. Brock Bowers of the Raiders against Carolina. No debate.
Oh, he's so good. He's so good.
No debate. Nazim, are you catching any games where you're at over there?
I am, man. I got YouTube TV, but
Good.
Good job.
You're not 100%.
I'm set up in North Carolina, so I only get games that are not blacked out in the rally area.
Got you. So you're privy to what's going on with the league.
You got that right.
Good. I got no debate on starting Brock. Now, here's the crazy part. The Raiders are up and down. You never know when they're going to win and when they're going to lose.
I totally disagree.
No. From what I've been seeing over the past few years, since the Super Bowl.
It's a different year, though. It's a different year this year, buddy.
We've been saying that for 19 years.
No. Listen.
Since they've been to, it's been 21 years now. Since
they're making plays they didn't make last year.
They make plays, but they don't necessarily win games. They do make plays, hands down. They'll get down the field.
Minshew looked good. He didn't look like a backup for once. He looked really good for him. I know that's awful to say, but it's the truth. He was like a C instead of a D, and that's all you need. Whew. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street. Okay, go ahead.
Start Kyle Pitts against the Chiefs. You have to, even though Atlanta may not win this game.
No, he has 5 stars out of 5 stars on the fantasy that start him, and he's only projected for 7 points. But what's that?
That was Sadie.
Oh, okay. Hi, Sadie.
That was
Hi, Sadie. I'm doing great.
Kyle Pitts.
We see you, Sadie, even though people ignore you. We do
win,
love you.
Win or lose, you had to start Kyle Pitts. I didn't ignore Sadie. I actually said hi when she came up. Y'all missed it. Start Dalton Kincaid of the Bills.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, you have to. There's no debate, ladies and gentlemen. There's no debate on this one.
Rich loves him too. I can tell.
Isaiah Likely. If you missed that game 2 weeks ago, Isaiah Likely showed out. He is.
This is the biggest game, guys. Right here. This is when Dallas got served. That was embarrassing.
Last week, yes, they did.
And how in the hell did the Ravens lose twice?
We don't know.
That's crazy.
With the backfield they have, I 100% agree with you.
And how did the Bills win twice? Like the universe is upside down. Come on, I'm not trying to be mean. I love the Bills, but the Bills right now have nobody. They really have nobody. It's a land of nobodies doing a bunch of stuff.
Well,
It kind of reminds me of the Steelers. Sorry,
You done yet?
I am now that you gave me that lovely look. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah Likely showed out a couple weeks ago. The Dallas Cowboys, we don't know what the hell happened last week. I would start Isaiah Likely regardless. He is the backup that Mark Andrews needs and that the team needs. Big ups to Isaiah Likely. Shout out to Brian, who talked about him. I don't know if it was last season or the season before. Brian had mentioned this dude, and last week, actually 2 weeks ago, he was proven correct. So big ups to Brian for that. Hunter Henry of the Patriots, start him against the Jets. You know what? Hunter Henry does not get enough props in the NFL, in my opinion.
No, they were trying to get the ball to him in the beginning of the game, but it just didn't work out. They only had a field goal for the whole thing, so it's just.
If this was to ever get out to a lot of the NFL players, this guy's one of the more disregarded tight ends in the NFL, and I want to give.
I think this guy would be a great tight end on another team.
He's going to be a great tight end on any team. They even say them there.
He reminds me of Travis, guys, the way he plays.
Yeah, don't ignore him because of the offense he's tied to. That is correct. He is decent as a tight end. You want him on your roster. It's not even so much about the points because he just might break out. You just want him there.
He looks like he should be with Dallas or something. Do you know what I mean? With an established team.
Yeah. He can also rebuild the team.
Can you believe we're talking so poorly about the New England Patriots, which is one of the biggest franchises in the history of football, and yet how can you go from being a dynasty that did everything correct to now we're looking at them? Well, even the Jets. You look at the history of the.
Ask yourself a question: why nobody's hiring Belichick?
Belichick.
Yeah, Belichick. I mean, come on.
They're upset because he has a young girlfriend. That's what it is. Yeah, he's got that young girlfriend. Everybody's jealous.
There you go.
You know, Tony's like, where's my 20-year-old? Like, come on, 22-year-old, beautiful cheerleader.
I want to an episode for you two and call it the bucket list broadcast. Sit Dalton Schultz of the Texans against the Vikings. I would not, but the Vikings are actually 2-0. There's a lot of optimism behind Minnesota right now.
Oh, he's amazing.
Dalton Schultz has been amazing since he was on Dallas.
He's amazing. The problem is there's just too many targets there. There's too many mouths to feed. That's the problem. And you got Stefan Diggs who's probably crying in a bucket right now going, where's my passes?
Okay, no, he'll get his passes when they're right down there by the goal line, so he can get a touchdown on top of. That's what I think. I've been seeing a pattern the last couple games. That's where he usually gets most of his passes.
Gentlemen, give me a second, please. Say good morning. Just say it. They don't see you. Just say good morning.
Hey, Jason. Good morning.
Morning.
How we doing there?
They can't hear you. Say good morning. A little bit louder. A little bit louder.
Tell him the gray hair man's here.
Yeah, gray hair man's there.
Gray man's here. Spider Man's here.
He knows you are. Let me keep going. Oh my goodness. I would start him. I wouldn't sit him, even though there's so many other targets on the team. This is about points more than playing a position. I would, and he just might sneak a touchdown in during the game, honestly. Sit Kobe Parkinson of the Rams against the 49ers. Only reason I wouldn't is because of the injuries that's on their team.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I would not.
Yeah, he's one of the only targets now.
Exactly.
Yeah, good point. I would agree
there.
That's
specified in narrative. So, Jonnu Smith for the Dolphins, one of the older tight ends in the NFL, if I may. He is one of the older tight ends in the NFL.
I don't know him.
Jonnu Smith has been around for a minute, and he is outstanding on the position.
Okay.
He is reliable. He doesn't get the ball a lot, but he'll be on the field for the most part. So this is about points more than him playing. Even against Seattle, I would still start him. I would.
I'd sit him.
He is one of the top 10 tight ends in the NFL, in my opinion. He's one of the top 10 tight ends in the NFL. He's not top 5, but definitely top 10.
Well, I'm going to have to look him up.
At the very least, top 15. You've got to have him up there above a lot of other players.
Was he really good like 6 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
He was reliable.
Okay.
He was reliable.
Matchup is.
I think he was in Tennessee 6 years ago.
Rich, go ahead. Sorry.
Matchup is 4 stars out of 5. He's projected only 3, but he could probably get up there around 8 to 10 points and stuff. For tight end, I think that's pretty good. But they're matching them up. Yeah.
How many stars would you give Tony? You think about it
first. He's always for the Steelers. The Chargers. I'm only going to sit Pat Frymouth because he won't get that many points. I'm staying on focus because Mike is not going to do this shit all
Totally
day.
disagree. He's on fire right now. He's so good right now. He's in momentum. Totally disagree
It
with you.
just isn't happening for Frymouth. He increased his production in week 2, but was still held to just 7.9 fantasy points.
No,
They're recommending this based on points.
he is on the
tight ends
brink.
for the week.
Trust me, he's
Got
going to
you.
have a good week. He's going to
He
have a
just-
good week.
Well, for this game, he just might, and I hear you.
Mark the tape, people. Where are we?
Yeah,
40-20. Michael's going to be right on this one.
Gotcha,
Oh, yeah.
Feel it. Taysom Hill of the Saints against the Eagles. The only reason I would disagree with this is because he could play more than one position.
Yeah, he's the Swiss Army knife. He's got. It's just.
I heard he's old though. Is that true?
He could still play though. He has a knack of playing to where he has those clutch. He gets in there with the gadget plays and stuff like that. But
He's fun. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he is.
He is. You want to have him on the field, but I understand why they say it. But I still think he can get points from anywhere in the field. That's the only reason why I would disagree, even though it is the Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your tight end recommendations for week 3 of the 2024 season across NFL.com. Kickers. We're almost done, gentlemen. Then I'm going to let Mike I'm going to go grab breakfast because he ain't going to stop. Starter.
I want to do those slides.
I know. Blake Group. How do you say his last name? Is it Group A? Group A.
Group
I think it's Group A.
You know what? I'll agree with this based on what Mike said. Mike said the Eagles are not that good. The team is old, I believe you said. And New Orleans was on fire last week, which means they will.
They got him. They're favored, by the way.
Yeah, they will get downfield for him to at least make the field goals. I'll roll with it. Daniel Carson of the Raiders against the Panthers. No,
definitely.
Definitely get to the other side of the field, at least for field goals alone. Evan McPherson of the Bengals against the Commanders. I could see the Bengals getting downfield for field goals, but I can also see the Commanders stopping them. I can. I could see the Commanders getting about 2 interceptions on this game.
Whoa.
Honestly, yes. Mark that down. 42-03, I believe it was. I said it, yes. Cameron Dicker of the Chargers. I don't know. Same situation. The Steelers could slow them down.
He's a good kicker, though.
He's a good kicker, but I see an issue with
He's
this.
Steady.
The Steelers can stop them. I
just want to make one point.
Yes.
They're really good at stopping you from getting in the end zone. They're not really good at blocking.
Yeah, you get within 30, 40.
Yeah, and I think this will be a kicker's delight, this game.
Gotcha.
Which most of them, like if you look at some of the stuff from last week, there was like 6-8 field goals.
A whole lot of field goals, yes.
A whole lot of.
There's a lot of field goals.
You know, where there's a lack of shirts, there's sometimes a lot of field goals.
Yeah.
Start Matt Prater of the Cardinals against the Lions. You have to. You have to. And he's a veteran kicker. He used to play for the Lions.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you have to. Sit him. Sit Joey Slye, the Patriots against the Jets. Yeah, that was.
You got one field goal. That was their only score.
That was the Thursday night game, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That was proven correct. Greg Zuerlein of the Jets against the Patriots.
Well, it's hard to score when you're not on the field.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with this guy too. He had one
on the field and he showed up.
Extra points.
The Jets actually looked good, but then again, look at who they were playing. I got to say it like that.
Yeah.
Look at who they were playing. Sit Jason. I don't know about this one.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, because they're good at getting down the field. They're not good at getting in the end zone.
The narrative says it very well. Now, without Tua Tagovailoa playing, there are concerns about this offense. That's all it is.
Is Achane okay? Is he doing it?
I'm not sure. We're going to look at that when I finish. We're almost done.
Okay.
Sit Nick Foles of the Titans against the Packers.
I don't know about that.
I think that's going to be a kicker's delight.
Yeah.
Me neither. I'm really not sure about that one. I'll let everybody make their own call on that. Sit Tyler Bass of the Bills versus the Jags.
He's been shaky.
I wouldn't.
But he's not been kicking the greatest. He flubbed a few, didn't he, recently?
There's one or two, but no different than anybody else. He's projected to get 2 field goals.
You can't say anything bad about the Bills.
No, he's like the last guy there. Nick Foles, he missed a couple as far as that goes. I don't think there's anyone on this list that's really I like Jake Bates. I'm surprised they don't have him. He's on the Detroit Lions. He's my kicker. I love him.
I thought the best kicker was on Dallas now. The one that can stick.
That was
Oh,
last
yeah,
season.
that guy, he's solid. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is, Michael.
That was
Yes.
last season. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your kicker recommendations.
Oh, this season, too.
Season.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, NFL.com, we're going to roll with the defense. His name was Aubrey. Last season, he was showing out. They had high expectations for him this season. That's what it was. The Dallas kicker. Defense is last one. Start the Browns defense against the Giants. No debate.
Yeah.
No debate. Start the 49ers defense against the Rams. You have to, because the 49ers don't have much of an offense, nor do the Rams. Just for the record, the stars are down. What are you going to do? The Raiders start their defense against Carolina. That's a no-brainer. I'm sorry. No-brainer at all. Kansas City Chiefs defense against the Falcons. Yes. Mind you, Mike, weren't you the one that said the Chiefs defense was getting better?
No, I said their offense is way better than it was last year. In fact, their defense is nowhere near as good as last year. Sorry.
So last year was the season they were doing good.
They were saved by the defense, and most of the key pieces they couldn't afford to pay them, and they ended up going into greener pastures. And they're still solid. But what happened is, offensively they were horrible, and now this year they have quite a few weapons. But look what's happening. They've got so many injuries already. 2 games.
Atlanta looked good.
Yeah.
Atlanta is amazing. They just need to
get
together.
Still for them to take. They're in competition for that NFC South spot, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. I'm going to have eyes on this game as well. Start the Tampa Bay Bucks defense against the Broncos. No debate. Sorry, none. They're 0-2. Sit them. Sit the Eagle defense against the Saints. I would not.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't set them either. But the Saints, they're a powerhouse.
Well, I think the Saints will kill them, buddy. What do you think, Rich?
They're favorite to win, but Philly, I think they got that game last week. I think they're going to be primed. This is down in Saints are another team like the Seattle Seahawks. They're tough down, and Derek Carr, he's on fire.
You know who they look like? They look like the 49ers last year.
Uh-huh.
That's who they look like.
Same system. Plain and simple. Same system.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
Defense against the Cowboys.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
This can be a bloodbath. This can be a bloodbath.
I would not sit that defense at all. I would not. Basically, because Dallas lost so bad last week, because something like defenses know what to do to get them.
So you're hoping there's going to be a lot of sacks. Is that what you're saying?
Not so much sacks, but it's more about stopping plays.
Yeah.
The defense is primarily about stopping plays more than just stopping points. And if you can stop the plays, they won't score. Plain and simple. It's not about interceptions all the time. And now they got sitting Dallas Cowboys defense against the Ravens. I wouldn't sit neither defense. I would not sit either defense. Do not play defense against Lamar Jackson. It's not a recipe for success so far. Both the Chiefs and Raiders defenses have scored just 4 fantasy points against the Ravens. That's where they're coming from. Okay, understood. The Cowboys defense coming off of a big letdown against New Orleans, I would look to get away from this tough matchup. You know what? I'm too hard-headed, and I used to be a gambler. I would risk both defenses on this game, straight up and down. Atlanta Falcons defense against the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs may smoke Atlanta's defense, but Atlanta showed a lot last week on their defense. I was extremely proud about them, and I'm going to say it like that on purpose because I've been a critic of the Falcons. Rehab is in the house. This joke, yeah. I'm telling you.
Captain Rehab.
You know what? I fell for the trap. I put that comment on the screen. I didn't mean to do that. I would start
you did it, Rich.
Yes, you did. You're hilarious.
Last one going down. Jacksonville Jaguars. Do not recommend their defense against the Bills. I tend to agree, even though, based on what Mike says, since he swears I never give him any credit, the Bills are in shambles. He doesn't know how they're winning. The Jacksonville Jaguars may capitalize on that aspect that other teams have not. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Jacksonville might win this. They seem to have the Bills' number. I hope not. Don't get me wrong. But certain teams seem to know how to beat certain teams. And they even talked about there's a bit of a jinx where Jacksonville seems to have Buffalo's number.
If they were going into Jacksonville, I'd agree with you, but they're in Buffalo and they're favorite.
That's right.
Bills Mafia.
They're playing it well.
Mafia. That crowd is just as loud as Seattle. So
the most brutal crowd. When the Finns play up there, it's always
A problem, yeah. We don't like. Yeah, New Yorkers don't like them. When the Jets had to play Dolphins, they used to go
Same
crazy.
thing. That whole division there, they don't like going into
They
Buffalo.
don't. That's a divisional rivalry. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your defensive recommendations for Week 3 of the 2024 season. Of course, NFL.com. Gentlemen, we have finished all the position recommendations. The floor is open to the open conversation. Mike has been waiting for this. Go.
Do you have the slides?
Slides for.
I gave them to him in the chat.
Yes, I got them. Give me 1 second.
Can you put them up? Thank you. That would be great.
Oh, your slides. Okay.
But here's the Nazim thing. Now that we've got you here, and I'm sorry we didn't let you talk. We're horrible people.
No,
He said we.
Horrible people.
I'm super happy, even if I'm not in the fantasy thing, but that's fine.
I'm not either.
Okay.
So I'm up here just to talk football and stuff like that. And what do we got? Okay, we'll look at the first slide. Go, Michael.
Hey, miss you too, buddy.
But do you notice anything bizarre here, guys?
Titans the only one with a winning record.
The only one that have won a game.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that have won a game. They have not lost anything in that
We
in
had
the AFC.
We had high expectations for this division, and I always said I like the division. It's just the competition that they're up against.
But how the hell is that possible? That those three teams, like Jaguars, are not a horrible team.
No, they're not. I agree.
The Colts are not a horrible team, and the Titans could be on the cusp of being great.
The Titans are actually irritating me. I thought they would be better this season.
Well, it's 2 games.
It's only 2 games again. Yeah, true.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't get too high if you've won 2 games, and you can't get too low if you've lost 2.
Now, you've been on this. You're new this week. You're kind of the VIP guest right now.
I noticed.
Any aspect on the AFC South itself.
I think I like the Titans. I gotta tell you, I bet what can I say? That's my pick in that league.
I'm taking the Texans in that division myself.
Okay.
I did think the Titans were going to be better than where they are. The Colts would have been right behind them, and I didn't expect much from the Jaguars this season based on their history. Personally,
I have a question for the room. Anthony Richardson, who I love,
is struggling.
Is not been playing well. He's only good at throwing 60-yard bombs. He's not doing well at the short passes. He's showing that he is not a seasoned quarterback. They do have Joe Flacco.
Yes.
Will we see Joe Flacco? Maybe.
Oh, geez. The mystery man. My thing with the Titans is that I wish we wouldn't have given away Tannehill. That was the biggest mistake the Dolphins made.
Tannehill's time was running out, and I'll be honest with you on that because I had high hopes for him a couple seasons ago. I really had them going to the Super Bowl one year with Tannehill because those boys were gelling when Tannehill got there.
Right.
They were gelling, and they didn't make it, and it's been downhill ever since.
There was rumors that Miami wanted him as quarterback until Tua was healed.
Well, you know what's crazy, Mike? He was in Miami before he went.
He was in Miami. We sent him away.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
No, but they were talking about bringing him back. That's what I'm saying. Through this duration,
and when he was with Miami at the time, he was superb. Way better than
he was actually average, but there was nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, I know.
Average. It was
when
him.
When I say superb, it's nobody at the level of Brady.
There was a backup that was in Carolina that was backing him up. I forgot the quarterback's name.
So Michael showed Texans. They're one of 9 teams that after week 2 are undefeated. The other ones being Pittsburgh, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Minnesota.
We have that slide.
Oh, you have it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay, go ahead.
Our friend can. Oh no, you don't want that. These are your okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I like the other one.
I like this slide.
Jesus Christ. Yes, baby boy. You don't want your other food? You don't want your wings and fries? Yeah, eat your wings and fries. Hang on, Mike. While you up in here.
Up in here. Acting like a fool up in here.
Why you got my pictures in your inbox, Mike? What's going on with
you? It happened. Isn't that weird? I noticed that too. I did multiple.
Those are the wings and fries only.
So I put a multiple download into his thing, and we suddenly had some of his pictures in the chat. It was weird.
But the question when you bring this slide up would be, how many of those 9 teams are going to be 3-0 after today?
Okay, I went the wrong direction. I got you, Mike.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, you got the names up too. Okay, thank you.
Don't be creeping. Don't be creeping. We got this right here.
Right here. Check that out.
Hmm.
Is that not the wildest slide you've ever seen in your life?
I can't believe Lamar. What's going on?
Stafford is up there in age. Burrow's recovering from injury. Lamar Jackson.
But we have on the top there last year, those three people were considered has-beens.
Yeah, true.
How much has the world changed overnight?
Well, they're eating the dogs and they're eating the cats.
Stop. Stop that horse hockey. Stop that horse hockey. To me, it's early. That's 0-6 from last season as well, correct?
No, that this is current. This is this year. These
Okay, that's the combined records. Gotcha.
combined record. You see
It's
what I'm
early in the
saying?
season. That's
Yeah,
early in the
that the
season.
guys on the top have won 2 in a row, right? So how did the Steelers win 2 in a row? How did Minnesota? Minnesota looks.
Minnesota surprises me. I agree.
They are bullying everybody.
They
They look like the Ravens did last year. They're
Exactly.
going in and beating the snot, punching you in the mouth, not letting you speak in their broadcast. No, that's Tony. Okay.
I'll let you speak. You just can't stop. Checking in on the last 2 number 1 overall picks. Lee.
Isn't this something? Look
Lee.
at this. This is
I feel bad
great.
for Bryce Young. I really do think another team. I got you, Rich. Give me 1 second. I think Bryce Young needs another team. Their system is not conducive to him as a quarterback. Matter of fact, the best quarterback Carolina's ever had was Cam Newton. Before him was Jake Delhomme, and before him, it was Kerry Collins.
So many people said this year
Saints,
that
yeah.
Jaden Daniels was the better quarterback,
Mhm.
and that they had it all wrong. They made the wrong pick. The year before that, they did that stupid test for CJ Stroud, and he didn't do well on it. And there was this rumor that he wasn't equipped mentally to be able to keep up with the NFL. Like, he has ended up being one of the best picks ever. And what's crazy is Carolina, people within the organization were like, stay the hell away from Bryce. We don't think
I
he's good.
do remember hearing that. Yes, I remember hearing that.
But ownership said, no, he's good.
I
And
remember.
they gave up their chance to get CJ Stroud. And
So the question becomes: Will CJ Stroud be as good in Carolina as he is in Houston?
no, he wouldn't.
Exactly.
I don't. No,
The pieces aren't there for him.
I think it's the system. I
well,
really do think it's the system.
unfortunately, if you look at Cleveland, what does he look like? He looks like Justin, the guy that left, Mr. Fields.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the same sad look on his face. He looks flustered. Nobody's blocking. They're coming in like they're waiting for the train. It's bad.
I hear you. Rehab says the Eagles are Saints today. Rehab, I'm going to take the Saints.
I'm
Saints.
taking the Saints.
Based on last week is why I'm doing that, but I'm taking the Saints because God knows, and I'll go ahead and say it. If Alvin Kamara breaks out again, y'all just hang that game up. I'm not even being disrespectful. Quarterback power rankings for week 3. They still got Josh Allen up there.
No.
Number 1.
They still got Josh Allen up there.
Because he's good. Are
He
you
is
Are you dissing him again?
No, but you just dissed the team, so don't try that. Stop.
I didn't. No. I said it's a miracle he did what he did with what he has.
Mm-hmm.
He has nothing. I'm not, and I know we like some of the players, but they're not grade A players. They're okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kylo Murray should be up a little bit higher on that board right there. I think. Okay.
No, the
I'm
good
gonna let
thing,
him get you, Rehab. I'm gonna let him get you. He's gonna get you too.
good thing Josh has is he's He definitely is a scrambling quarterback that
Yes.
is an asset. To tell you the truth.
Of course,
Brock
I
Purdy-
missed you, Captain Rehab. Of
Brock
course.
Purdy still being up there, even with a lot of those injuries, surprises me. I
Yeah,
would
he's
have
got-
put
yeah,
him
he's
out
got
of rank a little bit.
That hand issue.
So if you're going with him just for how he plays more than the injuries on the team, I'll give him that. But I'm quite sure there'll be a couple of questions on this one. I think that was the last one you had, Mike, besides the original.
I can send you
Yeah.
more.
That was, I'm good, actually.
There,
I want to let Nazim get in because he hasn't been up here yet. Nazim, anything football-wise you wanted to discuss?
Basically, I want you guys' opinion about the Dolphins. Is it Michael, the coach, that we're dealing with problems here?
No,
No.
You don't
no,
think so?
he's
Is
the
it
best thing that
management?
ever. He's the
Is it
best thing that ever.
ownership? What is it?
No, they're injured.
Yeah.
He's got Tua has injury issues from college. They gave him a chance. They protected him for the past
Yeah.
2 seasons.
No,
I'm
gotcha.
not putting the
And
blame on anybody. He's going to get hit sooner or later, and it was just sooner right now. It has been later for 2 seasons.
it's an old team.
Even outside of the old team, they did a good job protecting him for the past 2 seasons. But them injuries, when he goes down and your hand starts going like this, nah, I'm done, bro.
Like
Come on.
like Moster's what 36 as a running back. That's crazy.
It is
Yeah.
crazy, but it's possible. If you're in shape and you're healthy, go.
No, but you're more prone to
But
be.
they're not a running team, and that's where
Who?
they
The Dolphins? Yes, they are.
H.N. is phenomenal,
Oh yeah.
but he's hurt a lot.
Historically, maybe not, but this season.
Yeah.
What
They
about
lost. They
what
lost a
about-
lot of defensive marvels. That Nazim,
Sure.
honestly. But that's the thing with free agency. All these teams, including the Ravens, don't look the same.
I know.
And you only have so much budget, and they're overpaying now for quarterbacks. You've got guys like
200 million. 200 million for an injured quarterback. I feel bad.
They
I'm
cover
not.
his medical for the rest of his life. Just stay on the field. That's exactly what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, gotcha. What
He's
about
right.
Thursday night? Aaron Rodgers. Let's talk about the. He doesn't come across as a very friendly guy.
Based on last week, I know what you're saying. The way he was mugging the coach, yeah.
Yeah, but there's shit going on in the
Yeah,
locker
there's
room.
something going. Yeah, there's
You know, and you're judging a situation you don't know anything about. He's
True,
great with
true,
he's
true.
great with the kids. He's like the the grand poobah, and he likes
Yeah.
that. He likes to be in that position where he's revered and honored, and so very much like Tony.
No, that's you.
But don't you think with Aaron Rodgers, the impression I got, especially after this last game, he almost has this look of surprise. It's like, wow, I can throw the football.
Yeah, he's relieved.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think he's 100%.
he's going to be the savior of the Jets once
No.
we get past week 5.
They got a difficult schedule. I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope they do good though. In the same breath, being from New York.
Fireman, can we reframe this, and maybe this will help you a bit? All the teams are going to be about 500 this year. All the teams. So all of them are going to look rough. Yes, because of injuries. That all of the teams.
Let's mark that one. I don't know about that. I'd have to look.
Think about this. If Patrick Mahomes gets hurt, let's say he gets hurt this year.
Yeah.
Then they're out. We've already seen the wonders of Trevor Lawrence,
Right.
and that's not going well. You got Lamar Jackson. He's not doing well. You've got
surprised.
teams that were considered okay. Like the Steelers did great, right? The Seahawks did great. So we're talking mid-tier teams this year seem to have found a way defensively to keep the offenses off the field. The other thing is it seems a lot more physical, and there's so many injuries,
Yeah, sure.
So my prediction is you're only going to see a couple teams that win 11, 12 games. There's not going to be this 15-2. It's going to be more like 9, 10.
Gentlemen, breaking news.
More than
Yes.
half the teams last year. When I'm looking at last year's, there was more than 50% were over 500.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
My apologies. Breaking news.
Sure.
Peter, hold
Peter.
that thought, Peter. Brian, what's good? I got breaking news as of 10 minutes ago.
Sure.
Morning, Brian.
Mercury Morris, legendary Dolphins running back, dies at 77.
Oh man.
Breaking news.
Mercury Morris.
That's history.
Wow.
That's history. I was in Miami when I was.
Yes.
Were you?
Yeah.
What was it like back then, buddy?
Back then? It was. I arrived in '79, and the Orange Bowl was. The Dolphins were. Then of
Rest in
course
peace to a legend.
we
'cause
had.
he was fucking good.
Oh Jesus! Now I got to remember.
Did you have a lot more hair then?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tony, Peter, and the comments on
I got-
Facebook.
Yeah, I got to
Okay.
get him back up. I was trying to look at the story and see what happened, but rest in peace to Mercury Morris. He was talking a lot of junk that year. The Patriots was about to go undefeated, and they was always picking on the players and teams because nobody ever beat their undefeated record to the Super Bowl. So I got to give him credit. Who should I start, Brock Purdy or Dak
Brock
Prescott?
Purdy. I'd say Brock Purdy.
I take
Peter,
Brock.
I will look at the numbers personally. I
Brock
want to
is
say Dak.
steady.
I
He's
want to say
steady.
Dak because Dak has all of his offensive players.
Yeah,
The
he's
49ers
awful.
have injuries on their main offensive roster, honestly. So I would check, but I'm going to say Dak.
I got stories.
Nazim was in the mic. Oh God,
Yes, he was.
I used to go shirtless down South Beach.
I thought it was pantless. Okay, there you
dude, you're not
go.
helping.
Dude, he was wearing a G-string. Come on.
That's our captain.
You are still not helping, but okay, keep going. Keep going.
Do you guys do this every Sunday?
Yes,
Yeah,
I've been doing this. Is
we
my
do.
third season doing it.
Yeah.
Can I be like an honorary guy that comes in once in a blue moon?
Hell yeah.
If you want to get bullied, yeah, come on in.
You want to get over talk? Come on in.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't.
Rich, anything you want to bring up NFL wise?
No, I just said you could scratch that. As far as like, I just thought that was an interesting thing on the slide there. That to see what 2-0, how many teams at 3-0, because everybody's fascinated with the undefeated teams and stuff. I don't think there's going to be any undefeated teams. It's the way it's looking at right now. It's some good football. I think we got a good start. I think it's right around week 4 and 5 still. That's when we're going to really see the size ups and the divisional setups and stuff like that. I'm surprised with the Jets. I really am. As far as I got this, I went with them the first week and they lost. The last 2 weeks I went against them, so I'm going to probably stay against them to see if they keep on winning. Maybe I might get a call from the Jets
management
to say, "Hey, you're doing a good job. Keep it up."
Rehab. I'm not putting it on my screen. Shut up.
That's the great thing about though Aaron. Aaron doesn't have to be great on that team.
No.
He can be.
But, Michael,
okay.
do you think this is his last year though?
Yes.
Yes.
I've heard that. I've heard that's probably a possibility. I have heard that.
Unless he takes the world by storm, then he'll come back because his ego will make him come back.
Let me bring up something.
Sure.
One last thing. Tom Brady as a commentator.
Not good.
He's being criticized pretty hard. He's being criticized. He's being criticized.
He's not good.
Well, I'm not looking at the criticism. I haven't been able to see him because it was a late night.
He's wooden. Yeah.
I think they thought he was going to be another Joe Buck, and who's Joe Buck there? They're by far those two guys are still my favorites as far as commentating.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we got to give him a couple years to get good at this.
Yeah.
It's like Tony the first year, right? It wasn't.
I was a rookie. He's not a rookie on that team. I'm a veteran.
He was still womanizing in the first year, and now he's Mr. Structure.
Yeah. I'm still old fashioned. I like Al Michaels on Amazon Prime.
He is right there, Nazim.
And I'm happy he's still around because
I am too.
I read something that they were dishing him and this and that.
He is. He's like Jim Nance on CBS.
Those guys make so much money.
Yeah,
true.
Oh, Jesus, Rehab. All right, Mike, your thoughts on what's going on NFL wise outside of what we're saying already?
Sure. Number one, I really believe that we are going to see some of the most satisfying games that we've ever seen, and games that you think are not exciting have been recently. Fair. Like even the other day when I was watching New York, I was dreading it. Then I watched the game; it was close, and I was like, "This is entertaining." It's a game of inches now. It so is, and the level of play between it used to be tiers. Mm-hmm. Really, like you would think, okay, nobody can beat Miami. That was last year. Nobody can beat the 49ers. That we used to believe last year that the Chiefs had a chance of winning the Super Bowl, but they found a way. And I love what Nazim said, is that you can never count them out.
You can't, Jonathan. No, but keep going, Mike.
But that's coaching. And now I'm finding that the coaches are at such a high level that they find ways, even if they have subpar players, to be in the game. They're annoying. They wear you down. They wear the clock down. They have it where you have no possessions. They they aggravate the crap out of you. They'll personally take penalties, but they're out to honestly hurt the receivers. I'm not trying to be mean, but their receivers do not get the same respect that quarterbacks get. And yet we're still seeing quarterbacks with concussions, being injured, all these other things. And I love that we have storylines. And if you haven't noticed, if you look at anything for Aaron, there's 7 things for Aaron and 1 for somebody else. 7 things. He is Mr. Hollywood.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing with CJ
Remember,
Stroud.
it was always
Same
Bill
thing with
Namath
Lamar
back
Jackson.
in the day.
You gotta remember that they do the same thing with CJ Stroud. They're doing the same thing with Lamar Jackson.
No,
They've done. Yes, they have.
no, I'm sorry. I looked at the things this morning. I howled. I couldn't find anything except Aaron Rodgers. I was like, this is ridiculous. Aaron,
Because the offense is centering
Aaron.
around the quarterback. The offense is centering around the quarterback.
No, there's a lot of money being generated in New York. We know that.
Right, but once again, they did the same thing with Lamar Jackson. All you hear about from the Ravens is Lamar Jackson. All you're hearing about from Dallas
Tony,
is Dak Prescott.
if we ask the average person, come on, if we ask the average person in the world, we came to them and said, name 3 or 4 quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers would be one of them.
No, it wouldn't. Patrick Mahomes would be number 1.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that. I'm saying in the top 4. He is
Patrick Mahomes,
Brady,
Lamar Jackson.
He is an ambassador.
People that don't know Brady retired will still bring his name up. I agree with that.
Yeah, true.
Let's see what we got here. Yes, appreciate it, Rich. Get with it.
Yeah, I just I've got the chart here for last week, but this is where we stand after 2 weeks as far as the overall picks and stuff like that. We're still
way to go, Tony. Way to go.
Yeah. Tony had a very good first week. This last week, if I can find it, this is last week. That's how and you can see everybody was close.
Yeah, that was the week 2 numbers. Yeah.
Tony had a very good first week, 14-2. And but everybody pretty much it looks like we're all locked in pretty evenly.
You guys are hey man, I'm impressed.
Yes, yeah, these are picks for the week more than just fantasy football.
Yeah, these are team picks.
Here's the thing though, Tony, we either all suck or we're all good because we're about the same.
So Nazim, what I do is centralize on the fantasy football aspect, then just talk regular NFL afterwards.
Gotcha.
I try to get the fantasy football aspect first, but Mike has extra commentary, like he's George Michael Sports Machine in the middle of pardon the interruption. Even though it was good, he gives great points. Mike has been bringing up outstanding points, even aspects we don't realize. And even when we get to talking, everybody has picked out something that we may have forgot. That's what makes a lot of these conversations excellent.
And we love the comments, so keep the comments coming.
It's
I do appreciate the people that we don't even know who are seeing and bringing the Q&As. I'm grateful for those. That means I'm getting out there. You want to know that your broadcast is being seen outside of your normal circle. So this is the 3rd season for me. I'm having a ball with it. These 2 have been super enthusiastic for this season alone. They are wide open, ready for this. I actually got to get through my format just to let them talk. And I'm like, listen, you 2, let me finish. Then we'll go afterwards.
Brian, you're on the board. You're on the board, Brian. I got him. Thank you very much.
Got you.
But you still got 1 pick. The 6th. I sent you a whisper. Check it out. You had 15.
Quick whispers, Brian. And yeah, everybody in the league, if you're not seeing notifications anywhere, a bunch of us are on Twitch. There's inboxes on there. And for the love of God, will y'all please put the NFL Fantasy Football app on your phone? Everything can go right there as well.
Can we do a blast thing where everyone says something for 30 seconds about this person? Okay,
Why?
You ready? Why not? Let's just do it. Okay. Patrick Mahomes, 30 seconds or less. Go.
He about to be a billionaire.
I can't stand his wife.
Fireman Rich, go.
Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Good quarter. Historical, going to the Hall of Fame. Probably, if anything, the best quarterback currently.
Perfect. You did it in less than 30 seconds. Way to go. Okay. Josh Allen, 30 seconds or less. Go.
Should be in the playoffs.
Fireman Rich.
Same.
Bills against Dolphins. I always hated him, but I got to admit the guy's a good quarterback.
Smarter than people give him credit for. And I think this is going to be his year. I think he's going to do great things if he can stay healthy. as long as he doesn't have to be Superman. Lamar Jackson,
Should be
Tony
in the Super
D.
Bowl. Should be in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl
Me,
pick.
yeah. I hope he makes the Super
They
Bowl.
are my AFC pick for the Super Bowl this season.
I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
Fireman Rich, 30
He needs
seconds.
to be more. He needs to be more consistent.
Agreed. Still one of the greatest rushing threats I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Michael
Okay.
Vick 2.0.
Derek Carr, 30 seconds or less. Go.
On a good team should be above 500 end of the season.
Fireman Rich.
Who are we talking about?
Derek
Derek
Carr.
Carr. The Saints.
Oh, surprising so far.
Mhm.
Very surprising, given where he got. Thank you, Brian.
I like him. Haven't been paying too much attention, but I like him.
I think he needs to do less Michael Jackson moves by grabbing his crotch, and he got charged $14,000 for that display.
He might be
NFL?
Italian. He might be Italian for whatever, you know.
That would totally explain it. But he did have a shirt on. Okay, so Kyler Murray, 30 seconds or less.
This should be his season based on what we've seen so far.
Fireman Rich.
Surprising. I just wish he was a little taller and stuff like that because he has
I wish it was taller. I wish it was a baller. Okay.
he's a good quarterback this year as far as he's going to have a bang up here as far as if he doesn't get banged up.
Nazim.
Good quarterback, a little too early to call.
Okay. If he was on any other team, let's say he was on the 49ers or he was on the Ravens, we would only have praise to say to him, and he would be in the top 3. He's done a lot for someone who has nothing around him. This one is the shocker, I think, of the year so far. Sam Darnold, 30 seconds or less. Go.
Shocker so far, I have to agree.
Fireman Rich, you're next.
He's got a second life, and he's showing the true quarterback that he should have been where he was before.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I drafted him as a rookie and got laughed at.
Yeah.
I'm happy with where he is right now.
His wife is hot.
Yeah, he's talking about what?
Well done. Well done. Here's the thing with him. I don't know if you guys know this, but when he beat the 49ers, all he kept saying repeatedly was, "You shouldn't have let me go. You shouldn't have let me go."
Yeah, I think he had something to prove, too. He had something to prove.
He sure did. Brock Purdy, 30 seconds or less. Brock Purdy.
Excuse me 1 second. Rehab, damn you and your squad, which had just became relevant as team. Thank you very much. Who'd you say, Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy's in a good system to endure. He should be set up for a Super Bowl real soon.
Okay. Fireman Rich.
Potentially.
Purdy, he's going to go get a Super Bowl this year.
He is. Sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, maybe not this year, but he's going to be a quarterback we're going to reckon with in the next couple.
You know what's surprising about him is that you don't think he's that great until you look at his statistical data, and he always ends up being in the chase for the MVP because his numbers are so good, which makes him a great fantasy choice.
It's the system he's in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like we wouldn't shine without you, Tony. We know what it's like.
You
to be
have
in this
been
system.
shining without me. I'm trying to
Okay, so Trevor Lawrence, 30 seconds or less.
He's got time. He's got time. He does. He's not going anywhere. I believe he's going to stay. He'll be respected for loyalty and for decent play, even if he's not a superstar.
He's not a superstar, no.
Well said, though. Okay, Fireman Rich.
Good
I like
quarterback. I agree with what Tony said. He's a good quarterback. I like him. I think he wants to do something there in Jacksonville, and I think he has great potential. He just needs the pieces, like you're always saying. If you have you can have the greatest quarterback, but if you don't have the pieces.
Prime time tunes 2. What's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Go ahead, Rich. I apologize.
No, you're good, but he needs the pieces where he's at as far as that goes. just like any football team. I think there's other teams that have more players.
Yeah.
Prime time tunes. I'm going to throw my link tree in the bottom. Jump on there. I apologize again, Rich. I didn't know if you were done.
No, you're good. You're good, Tony.
Nazim? Nazim?
Yeah, I like him, but I agree with what you guys are saying. It depends on the rest of the team. So he can be stuck in limbo.
He has one of the best arms I've seen in a long
Yeah,
time.
true.
No disagreement there.
He can throw bullets.
You just-
Okay, last but not least, in the 30-second or not, CJ Stroud.
Definitively playoff bound. I will say right now, if he wins a playoff game, he will have done his job for their franchise because they never won one.
Yeah.
I don't see them making it to the Super Bowl just yet. Win a playoff game, and your job will be perfect for real.
Hey, Ted.
All time, yeah. Prime time tunes too. My link tree has the platforms I'm trying to gain my followers on. Please jump on all of them. Ted's still in the house. I know you want to move, Ted. I appreciate you coming through. You and Smoke. What else you got, Mike?
Well, you're not going to like this one, but I'll do it quickly, and we don't have a lot
You
of
got
time.
10 minutes. Go.
Oh, we can do this? So I just did through Kronk a simulation of what they assume to be through the data in the net, the top teams to win the Super Bowl.
Wait a second. Isn't Kronk Elon Musk's
Yes.
AI?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
geez, I'm walking out.
and you can generate incredible photos as well. Like I could put in there
I know.
Naz with
Brian,
no
I
shirt
agree.
and a
I
pipe.
agree, Brian. I do
Nothing
agree.
less, nothing more. And it would
Now,
shoot out these
Mike
things.
is big on the AI world right now. He's enjoying.
No,
it.
me too. I'm lately.
Now, I couldn't find that logo Mike made for the show. I do need to see that again. I almost want you to put that in the private chat. I want to save it, Mike.
I'm going to give you about 10.
Okay, because I need
I'm
Smoke.
gonna give you
Smoke, you
10.
still out
Generated in less than a
there. You
minute.
still out there. I need that logo, bro. For real. Tez gave me his. I got him on the screen. Me and Rick
Yes,
used
I
it.
made one for Nazim
and I
too,
need,
but they said I couldn't print it. Okay, so top 10.
Go.
Top 10 teams. 30 seconds or less. Let's go. Give me some of the teams. Go,
We've given
Tony.
you 6 every week. Why are you still asking us?
No, because it's different now. This is a different world. You're telling me your list at the first week you were going to put New Orleans in there? Come on,
No, I
you're
didn't.
lying to me.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to slap yourself a little bit.
Nazim go first because he hasn't been up here. Nazim, top 10 team in
Okay,
the NFL. Go.
Okay. Saints, San Francisco, Kansas City, Buffalo Bills. That's 4. Top 10 teams. That's a lot. Damn, Tennessee 5. Pittsburgh. Oh man.
Rich, look at the screen.
I'll stop at that.
Okay.
Rich, look at the screen.
Is that my YouTube? Oh, if you're over there, yeah. Where's he at? Fireman Rich. I was on Tony's channel. Let's see. Are you on my channel?
No, I think he is on yours. He might be on Mike's. He's
He's on Mike. I don't have any comments on the YouTube. I just have comments from Captain Rehab.
He's trying to follow you on YouTube.
Oh, at Richard M. Roberts.
Top 5. Yeah, we should keep it down to top 5. 10 is too much.
I can do 10.
I can do 10 very easily.
You guys are.
I got my 10.
Okay, go.
Go for it.
Bills, of course, Chiefs, 49ers, Saints, Lions, Cowboys, Buccaneers, Eagles, Ravens. How many is that? Is that 10?
Almost.
Yeah.
And,
Okay, you guys ready?
No, I didn't do mine yet. Hold on. I'm gonna let them finish.
No. I'm just saying to you, like in your mind, do you think you're seeing a pattern here of all these teams have a chance? There's really only one team that we're
Let me give my 10 before you go there. And I'm going to start off 5 AFC, 5.
You know where I'm going though, right,
I do.
Nazim? Okay, you know where I'm
5
going.
NFC teams. Detroit, San Francisco. I had a tie between Dallas and Philly. Then I'm going Seattle. That's 5.
Mhm.
AFC wise, Kansas City off the rip, then Baltimore. I had Cincinnati up there.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to go Buffalo, Miami still.
Miami.
Yes, I think
Mhm.
they'll come back.
Yep, so do I.
They got an offense. They just don't have their primary quarterback, but they have an offense.
And they're hurt. Ooh,
Saints.
that would be good. That would
That
be
would
good.
be, that would be a great game.
Now, rehab my preseason Super Bowl pick: Lions, Ravens.
There you go.
Just so you know, Ted says that we're at the just to remind us all, it's in the beginning of the season too. So
It is.
Yeah.
It is because like I'm sticking with my preseason pick right now because it's early, even with the injuries.
Okay.
What
Is
else you
there
got, Mike?
can I rifle off what's said on here, or are you
Go,
still going? You still
go.
going?
I'm done. Go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So the bottom of the heap through the computer is New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Next, Miami, like he
Mm-hmm.
said, but closely same score. Okay. Miami and Baltimore have the exact same score. So when they do the points, and this is all fantasy crap, anyways. Next is Buffalo Bills. And then these two teams, if you had to guess the two teams they think have the equal chance of winning, who would it be from what I've already said? And they're linked to be almost identical number wise.
Who?
Yeah, if you had to guess,
I did early. Who
Detroit and Dallas.
for the
who?
NFC Championship?
They say that they're almost evenly. Now, this is what shocked me. You ready for this?
Appreciate that prime time tunes too. That's what I try to do every broadcast. So thank you for that. Go ahead, Mike.
Houston is number 3.
Yeah.
San Fran is number 2,
Mm-hmm.
and Kansas City is number 1 with a bullet.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That was done by Gronk.
By Grok.
Oh
On
wow.
the fly. On the fly.
Did you basically what did you get? Did you give it some
Yeah, what was your input?
characterization? You're
All
supposed to be
I
a
did,
football expert. Da-da-dee, da-da-da.
no. All I did was I said, what are the best teams in the NFL right now?
Okay.
And
Right
this
now.
is right now.
Yes.
Right now, because that's what we're talking about.
It's an interesting list.
Yeah, this is a snapshot of a blend of expert analysts, fan segments from social media, X, and Performance Matrix up to week 2 and 3 of the NFL season. Teams like the Chiefs, 49ers are almost universally recognized for their prowess. Yeah, so you can see it's
You good, Mike? You good? Okay. Mike got them stats. You know what's crazy? He can dig all that stuff up now. At the end of the week, we'll see how right it is. That's what I try to do. They always say numbers don't lie, and they're basing everything off the numbers. Gentlemen, we're going to bring this down. Unnecessary roughness coming up next. Nonsensical Nonsense Network, their football show. Nazim, thank you for popping up here, man. People
Thanks
have
for
been
the
asking
invite,
about
guys.
you.
It
They
was,
are
a, it was a
definitely
pleasure to see everybody and to join
looking
in.
for you, man. Appreciate you having up here. All jokes aside, Fireman Rich, ladies and gentlemen, follow him on Rumble Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 0600 for the video, audios, Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's the audio podcast as well. Rich, I appreciate you, man, as always, for real. Thank you for the enthusiasm as well. Mike, the absolute commentator of the broadcast, stat finder.
Lenny says we're all fired.
Rank. Holy shit. Hold on. Bathurst really know about he's crazy. I can't believe Lenny finally made a broadcast after 2.5 years. Lenny, I'm honored. Thank you. You're late. And yes, people still talk about you. People still talk about you. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have some AI generated images. Everybody for real. Mutual respect between live streamers, unnecessary roughness. The nonsensical nonsense football broadcast is up next. Definitely check him out. He shouted me out. I'm shouting him back out. Big us to what they're doing over there. We're all trying to do something together and not overstep each other. If it does overrun, we at least acknowledge each other. This is why a lot of y'all suck. live streamers, broadcasters, podcasters. I am the mayor. I'm calling everybody out. This ain't what you want. 25 sets of eyes. I don't normally get this. I did have big numbers last week. I appreciate everybody for coming through right now. For real, for real. Y'all better learn how to work together instead of stepping all over each other. That way we all make money instead of trying to see who's going to make the most. To hell with the instigators, to hell with the problem makers, to hell with the antagonizers. This ain't what you want. I will come on next if you want to do it, but we're going to make some room for Glick Show, all right? Appreciate everybody for coming through once again. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. I kept the language clear so the broadcast can be seen by any and everybody out there. I'm on y'all's asses next week.